Hi everyone. Welcome back to Etymology Explorer. Here is your daily dose of etymology in 6 minutes. Etymology of the term Zionism. The term Zionism is derived from the Hebrew word, Zion, which originally referred to a specific hill in Jerusalem and later expanded semantically to represent the city of Jerusalem, the land of Israel, and the Jewish people's spiritual and national aspirations. The word itself is rooted in Semitic languages, with some scholars tracing it to a Canaanite or pre-Hebrew origin, possibly meaning fortress or dry place. Over time, Zion evolved into a powerful symbol of Jewish identity and hope. The journey of the term Zion traces its linguistic and cultural evolution across languages, from its ancient Hebrew roots to its modern usage in European and English contexts, culminating in the ideological term Zionism. Here's an overview. Hebrew origins. The word, Zion, originates in Biblical Hebrew, first appearing in the Bible, for example, 2 Samuel 5 verse 7, as the name of a specific hill in Jerusalem. Over time, its meaning expanded to encompass Jerusalem as a whole, the land of Israel, and the spiritual concept of Jewish homeland and salvation. Its Hebrew root is debated, but as mentioned before, it may derive from a Semitic root meaning fortress or dry place. Hellenistic Greek. When Hebrew scriptures were translated into Greek in the Septuagint, 3rd to 2nd century BCE, Zion was transliterated as Shaun. The Greek language preserved the sound and sacred connotations of the term without significant semantic changes, treating it as a proper noun referring to the holy site or city. Latin. As Christianity spread and the Bible was translated into Latin, for example, the Vulgate, 4th century CE, the Greek Shaun was carried over as Shaun, maintaining the transliteration. Latin further solidified the term's association with Christian theology, often symbolizing the heavenly Jerusalem or the church itself. Medieval Germanic languages. Through the influence of Latin in medieval Europe, Shaun entered Germanic languages, including Middle High German, as a religious term. It retained its connection to Jerusalem and spiritual redemption, often appearing in Christian hymns and theological texts. English. The term Shaun entered Middle English via Old French, which had borrowed it from Latin. By this time, it was used primarily in a Christian theological context. In English, Shaun became interchangeable with Zion, with the latter form aligning more closely with the original Hebrew pronunciation. Both spellings coexisted, but Zion became standard for referencing the Jewish and biblical contexts. Modern German and the coining of Zionism. In the late 19th century, the term Zion was revitalized in the context of Jewish nationalism. The term was first popularized in the late 19th century by Austrian writer, journalist and intellectual Nathan Birnbaum, who used it in an 1890 essay, Self-Emancipation, Selbstemancipation, to describe the emerging nationalist movement advocating for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. The movement formally crystallized under the leadership of Theodor Herzl, particularly with the publication of his book Der Judenstaat, The Jewish State, in 1896 and the First Zionist Congress in 1897. Nathan Birnbaum coined the term Zionismus in 1890 to describe the modern political movement advocating for the return of Jews to their ancestral homeland in Palestine. Birnbaum's choice of Zion drew on its historic and spiritual significance, while the suffix ismus, from Greek ismos, indicated an organized ideology, similar to terms like nationalismus, nationalism. English adaptation. Zionism. As the Zionist movement gained traction globally, particularly after the First Zionist Congress in 1897, the German term Zionismus was adopted into English as Zionism. The English form retained the ideological suffix ism, aligning it with other political and social movements of the time. By the early 20th century, Zionism was widely recognized as the term for the movement advocating for the establishment of a Jewish homeland. Summary. Hebrew, Zion, original hill in Jerusalem, later a symbol of Jewish hope. Greek, Shaun, transliterated in the Septuagint. Latin, Shaun, maintained in Christian theological contexts. German, Shaun or Zion, adopted from Latin with similar meanings. The term Zionismus was coined by Nathan Birnbaum, Austrian Jewish thinker and nationalist. English, Zion, used biblically, expanded into Zionism via German Zionismus, creating a political ideology from a historic and spiritual concept. This journey reflects the interplay of linguistic preservation and cultural adaptation, as the term evolved from its ancient Hebrew roots into a modern ideological term with global significance. Thus, Zionism etymologically and ideologically reflects the connection to the ancient Jewish yearning for return to Zion, combined with modern political aspirations. That was your daily dose of etymology in 6 minutes. I hope to see you soon in the next video. Please like, share and subscribe.